The hunters have a clear line of sight. A sharp crack, and the first bullet rips into the rhino.
The way things are going now, we will not have any rhino left for our children or grandchildren to see in the future. The idea behind putting the radioactive isotopes into the horn is that there's over 11,000 radiation detection machines across the globe at ports and harbors. So that just makes the transport of the horn so much more difficult. I think it was a month ago now, we inserted stable isotopes into the horns of 2 rhinos. And that was essentially an amino acid, so completely harmless to the rhinos. But the idea from that is that we will get the information we need to be able to then, package and quantify the amount of radioactive isotopes that we can safely put into a rhino's horn. So it's used for various different applications, and mainly consumed either as an elixir that is said to cure everything from cancer to a common cold, or in certain countries in Asia it's gifted. It's a show of wealth. It seems that it's either ground up or grated, and then it's put into a liquid or a drink. And consumed that way. Ethically, we want to make this safe for the rhino, which would mean putting in trace amounts of radioactive materials that's not going to do any harm to the rhino, and then theoretically shouldn't do any harm to anyone, sort of transporting it. But at the end of the day, I really wouldn't suggest to anyone to consume radioactive isotopes. So the Kruger National Park here in South Africa, which is, really the last home of the African rhino, has lost over 60% of its rhino in the last 10 years. And these are very scary facts. So the way things are going now, we will not have any rhino left for our children or grandchildren to see. The poachers here in South Africa are really just, they're normally locals, and they're doing it for a little bit of money. But the real value chain is when it moves across the world to its final destination, and the price is absolutely crazy. I mean, you're looking at about $50,000 per kg for rhino horn. So we're just hoping to make it all that more difficult to be able to move the horn to its final destination. A rhino is far more valuable standing on all fours, where tourists can come and take pictures of it and shoot it thousands of times, rather than killing it once and taking the horn for a small amount of money. When we were approached by VITS to sort of look at this project, I must admit that it was very personal to me, because I'm South African. Even though I work for a large fashion company, this is a South African project, and I think as a South African, rhinos are close to all of our hearts.